Hello everyone. The blue whale, also known as the great blue whale, is a marine animal belonging to the order Cetacea. It is a member of the baleen whale family, specifically the rorquals. The blue whale is the largest whale on the planet. In this article, you will find a description and photos of the blue whale, and learn many new and fascinating facts about the life of this enormous and astonishing creature. What does a blue whale look like? The blue whale has a dorsal fin that is positioned far back on its body. This fin is very small and shaped like a pointed triangle. The rear edge of the fin is covered with scratches that form unique patterns for each whale. Researchers can identify individual whales based on these markings. The dorsal fin is only about 35 centimeters long. The blue whale has long, narrow pectoral fins that can reach up to 4 meters in length. Its tail fluke can span up to 8 meters across, with a thick tail stalk and a small notch. These features allow the blue whale to maneuver its enormous body with ease in the water. The blue whale also looks quite unusual thanks to its longitudinal grooves. Like all rorquals, the blue whale has many pleats running along the underside of its head, throat, and belly. These grooves are formed by folds of skin and allow the whale's throat to expand when it engulfs large amounts of water and prey. Typically, a blue whale has about 60 to 70 of these grooves, though some individuals may have even more. The blue whale is not only the largest living cetacean, but also the largest animal to have ever lived on Earth. Their size is truly impressive. Giants reaching 30 meters in length and weighing more than 150 tons are awe-inspiring. Female blue whales are usually slightly larger than males. The largest recorded blue whale was a female measuring 33 meters long and weighing 190 tons. Among males, the heaviest reached 180 tons at 31 meters in length. Today, blue whales exceeding 30 meters are extremely rare, and their average size has decreased somewhat, along with their overall body mass. The average length of male blue whales ranges from 23 to 25 meters, while females measure between 24 and 27 meters. Their weight is just as impressive as their length, ranging from 115 to 150 tons. Blue whales in the northern hemisphere tend to be a few meters shorter than those living in the southern hemisphere. The eyesight and sense of smell of the blue whale are poorly developed. However, its hearing and sense of touch are excellent. The blue whale has an enormous lung capacity. The amount of blood in a blue whale exceeds 8,000 liters. Its tongue can weigh up to 4 tons. Despite these impressive figures, the whale's throat is surprisingly narrow, with a diameter of only about 10 centimeters. The heart of the blue whale weighs a full ton and is the largest heart in the entire animal kingdom. Its pulse usually ranges from 5 to 10 beats per minute and rarely exceeds 20. The skin of the blue whale appears smooth and even, apart from the folds on its throat and belly. Unlike many other whale species, blue whales are almost free from barnacles and other crustaceans that typically attach themselves in large numbers. Their overall appearance is rather uniform, with a predominantly gray skin tone that has a bluish tint. Sometimes a blue whale looks more gray, and other times it appears more bluish. The lower jaw and head are the darkest parts of the body, the back is lighter, and the sides and belly are the lightest. The body is covered with gray spots of various shapes and sizes, which allow researchers to distinguish between individuals. These markings give the whale a marbled appearance. Toward the tail, the spots become denser. The inner sides of the pectoral fins are much lighter in color than the rest of the body, while the underside of the tail is noticeably darker. Viewed through the water, the whale appears entirely blue, which is why it is called the blue whale. In colder waters, its skin may take on a greenish tint due to microscopic algae that form a thin coating on its body. This is common among all baleen whales. When whales migrate back to warmer waters, the algae layer disappears. Inside the whale's mouth are baleen plates about 1 meter long, made of keratin. The longest plates are found toward the back, while those in the front are shorter, around 50 centimeters. These plates can be up to half a meter wide, and each one can weigh up to 90 kilograms. In total, the blue whale has about 800 baleen plates, 400 on each side of the upper jaw. The baleen is jet black in color. The plates are shaped like inverted triangles, with their ends frayed into coarse, hair-like bristles. There are 3 recognized subspecies of the blue whale: northern, southern, and pygmy, which differ slightly from one another. Some scientists also distinguish a 4th subspecies, the Indian Ocean blue whale. The northern and southern blue whales prefer the cold polar waters, while the others mainly inhabit tropical seas. Despite these differences, all subspecies share nearly identical lifestyles. The lifespan of the blue whale is remarkably long, up to 90 years, with the oldest recorded individual reaching 110 years. On average, blue whales live around 40 years. Historically, blue whales were found throughout the world's oceans. However, at the beginning of the 20th century, their numbers declined rapidly due to large-scale whaling. The enormous size of these animals made them a prime target, as a single blue whale could provide massive amounts of oil and meat. By 1960, the species had been driven to the brink of extinction, with fewer than 5,000 individuals remaining. Today, blue whales are still very rare, with a global population of about 10,000. The main threats to their survival are ocean pollution and disruptions to their natural habitats. In addition, the slow reproductive rate of blue whales significantly limits the recovery of their population. Where does the blue whale live? The blue whale inhabits the waters of many countries and territories across the globe. In the past, its range extended throughout the entire world ocean. Today, the distribution of blue whales depends on the subspecies. The northern and southern subspecies live mainly in cold waters. The southern subspecies is most commonly found in the cold subantarctic seas. Pygmy blue whales, on the other hand, prefer life in warmer waters. Blue whales travel far northward. Southern blue whales have been observed off the coasts of Chile, South Africa, and Namibia. In the Indian Ocean, they inhabit equatorial waters year-round, and are especially common near Sri Lanka and the Maldives, as well as in the Gulf of Aden and around the Seychelles, some of the best places in the world to see them. In the Pacific Ocean, blue whales are often found off the coast of Chile, but they are absent along the stretch between Costa Rica and California. At the same time, large numbers of blue whales gather in Californian waters. Their range extends from the coast of Oregon to the Kuril Islands and the Aleutian Chain, although they rarely venture deep into the Bering Sea. Once common near Japan and Korea, blue whales are now absent there. In Russian waters, sightings are extremely rare. Small groups and lone individuals have occasionally been reported near Cape Lopatka, the southernmost point of the Kamchatka Peninsula. In the North Atlantic Ocean, blue whales are relatively few compared to those in the southern hemisphere. They are found off the coast of Canada, between Nova Scotia and Davis Strait. Blue whales are also sighted around Iceland and in the Denmark Strait. In the past, they lived near the northwestern coasts of the British Isles, the Faroe Islands, and the shores of Norway. Occasionally, they are still seen off Spain and Gibraltar. Blue whales are migratory animals. They typically spend the summer in high latitudes of both hemispheres, but migrate to warmer, lower latitude waters during the winter. The details of their winter migrations in the North Atlantic remain poorly studied. It is still not entirely clear why blue whales consistently leave the food-rich waters of Antarctica and move northward to warmer seas during winter. The most likely explanation is that females seek out warmer waters to give birth. Newborn blue whale calves are born with only a thin layer of blubber and are not yet well insulated against the cold. A developed blubber layer helps adult whales maintain their body temperature even in the iciest seas, but young calves would not survive in the freezing Antarctic environment. How does the blue whale live? Blue whales usually live solitary lives, though they may sometimes be found in small groups. Even within such groups, however, they tend to swim apart from one another. These giant mammals are primarily diurnal, spending their days actively swimming, feeding, and communicating. Communication plays a key role in the life of a blue whale. They use powerful vocal signals, mostly infrasonic sounds, that can travel great distances through the ocean. These calls are so intense that blue whales can communicate with each other over distances of up to 33 kilometers, and in some cases their vocalizations have been recorded as far away as 200, 400, and even 1,600 kilometers. Their calls serve not only for long-distance communication during migrations, but also for finding mates during the breeding season. Among all baleen whales, blue whales are considered the most solitary, but in feeding grounds they may gather into larger congregations. These aggregations can consist of 50 to 60 individuals, though even then whales tend to remain loosely associated, breaking into smaller groups. Blue whales are remarkable divers. They are capable of descending to depths of 500 meters and can stay submerged for up to 50 minutes. However, their typical feeding dives range between 100 to 200 meters, lasting from 5 to 20 minutes. While feeding, they dive slowly and methodically. Upon surfacing, the whale exhales powerfully, producing its iconic spout of vapor. Its breathing then becomes faster until oxygen levels are replenished, after which it dives again. In a calm state, a blue whale breathes about 4 times per minute, though younger whales breathe more frequently than adults. After a deep dive, whales often perform a sequence of short surfacings and shallow dives, during which they may cover 40 to 50 meters. Few sights in the natural world are as impressive as a blue whale breaching. Their surfacing behavior is awe-inspiring. First, the massive head breaks the water's surface, followed by the long back, the small dorsal fin, and finally the powerful tail stalk. The first surfacing after a deep dive and the final rise before submerging again are considered the most spectacular moments to witness. When a blue whale dives to depth, it tilts its massive head downward. As the head sinks deep underwater, part of its back, including the dorsal fin, remains visible at the surface and submerges last. The whale continues descending until it is completely hidden, never showing its tail. Blue whales spend approximately 94% of their time underwater. On short distances, a blue whale can reach speeds of 37 km per hour, and in some cases up to 48 km per hour. However, it cannot maintain such high speeds for long, as it places tremendous strain on its body. At these speeds, a whale can generate up to 500 horsepower. While feeding, blue whales move slowly, at 2 to 6 km per hour, but during migrations, their speed can increase to 33 km per hour. Due to their immense size, adult blue whales have no natural predators. However, young whales may fall prey to packs of orcas. These predators work together to drive the whale to depth, where it becomes oxygen deprived and weaker, making it possible for the orcas to attack and consume it. Currently, the blue whale population faces no direct natural threats, but human activity poses significant dangers. Long fishing nets, sometimes up to 5 kilometers in length, can entangle marine life. There has been only one confirmed case of a blue whale dying in such nets, though other whales reportedly managed to break free. Off the coast of Western Canada, many blue whales have marks on their skin from fishing gear. Collisions with ships also pose a risk, particularly in the Pacific Ocean, averaging 1 to 2 incidents per year. Some whales in the St. Lawrence Bay area bear scars from ship strikes, due to the combination of dense whale populations and heavy maritime traffic. Despite protective measures, there are still no strict shipping regulations in regions of high blue whale density. Ships are only advised to reduce speed, which is often ignored. Currently, the greatest threat to blue whales comes from marine pollution, including oil products. Toxic chemicals accumulate in their blubber, posing particular risks for pregnant females, where contaminants can affect their unborn calves. Human activity also disrupts blue whale communication. The noise level in oceans has increased dramatically, often masking the low-frequency vocalizations used by these whales. This interference makes it harder for whales to navigate, locate each other, and find mates during the breeding season. Particularly damaging are active sonar systems used by military ships, which operate at frequencies overlapping with whale vocalizations. Diet of the blue whale. The blue whale feeds primarily on plankton, which is typical for baleen whales. This enormous mammal possesses an excellent filter-feeding apparatus formed by the baleen plates in its mouth. The main food of the blue whale is krill. Occasionally, it may consume larger crustaceans or small fish, but the diet of the blue whale is dominated by small crustaceans. Large aggregations of these crustaceans are called krill swarms. Fish play only a minor role in its diet. While feeding on krill, the blue whale may inadvertently ingest small fish, tiny squids, or other small marine animals. Sometimes it also consumes other small crustaceans that are not krill. The feeding method of the blue whale is similar to that of other baleen whales. The whale slowly swims with its mouth open, taking in water filled with tiny crustaceans. Its mouth can stretch widely thanks to the grooves on its throat and the flexible bones of its lower jaw. Once the whale has engulfed water with krill, it closes its mouth. The tongue then pushes water out through the baleen plates, while the plankton trapped on the baleen is swallowed. The massive lower jaw, filled with water and prey, becomes extremely heavy. Sometimes, the weight is so great that the whale struggles to close its mouth. To make closing easier, the blue whale may roll onto its side or back, allowing gravity to help shut the mouth. Due to its enormous size, the blue whale must consume a huge amount of food. A single blue whale can eat 3 to 8 tons of krill per day. On average, a blue whale requires about 1.5 tons of food daily. Blue whale calves. The natural reproduction of the blue whale occurs very slowly. Among baleen whales, the blue whale has the slowest reproductive rate. Female blue whales give birth once every 2 years. This interval may vary depending on the population density of blue whales. Unfortunately, in recent decades, the reproduction rate has declined. Blue whales are monogamous animals. They form long-term pairs, and the male stays close to the female both during pregnancy and after the calf is born. The gestation period of a female blue whale lasts about 11 months. Typically, one calf is born. The newborn giant measures 6 to 8 meters in length and weighs 2 to 3 tons. Immediately after birth, the calf is capable of independent movement. Birth occurs tail first. Female blue whales have a strong maternal instinct and are deeply attached to their calves. Calves accompany their mothers and are usually seen between December and March. Nursing lasts about 7 months, during which time the calf grows to about 16 meters in length and 23 tons in weight. A blue whale calf consumes up to 90 liters of milk per day. By the age of 1.5 years, a blue whale calf reaches approximately 20 meters in length and weighs 45 to 50 tons. The milk of the female blue whale is extremely rich in fat and protein, with fat content ranging from 37% to 50%. Blue whales reach sexual maturity at 8 to 10 years. By this age, females are about 23 meters long and weigh around 90 tons. A blue whale reaches its full adult size and physical maturity by the age of 15 years. Here's the video. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next time.